Every time I perform, even if it's the same poem, is a different experience. So I kind of allow myself to let go and just feel my poetry and feel what I'm feeling in that moment, to really be true to myself, but also true to the audience. A lot of people, when they think about poetry, they think a lot about the written format. But for me, the performance aspect is actually a huge part of my poetry just experience and what my journey has been like. I come from a slam poetry background, and what I wanted to do was engage with different types of people and kind of share with them poetry specifically in the spoken word format.
They watched me drag my straight A's and my dignity back to my desk and bury it deep into my backpack. When you go to a predominantly white school as a Latina, you realize the education system was never built for you.
My poetry project was a series of different things: poetry readings, Q&As, or sometimes teaching others about how to become spoken word poets of their own. The leadership that we did as National Student Poets was a lot about serving the people that we were leading, seeing leadership as more of teaching and guiding and being empathetic and caring, and also willing to listen both ways. You know, even in the times that I was performing, I was speaking, I was still listening to the audience. I was still listening to their feedback. I was still seeing how they were receiving my poetry, and put trust and you put honesty into that and you will get that back.
My mama's English is a stubborn wine stain on a white dress. She scrubs at her twisted tongue, desperate to clean the spice, el cilantro, la salsa, that is her accent. Her accent is the tambourine she hides in the back of her mouth. Behind the ivory piano keys that are her teeth, she speaks a merengue, bachata, ranchera, tonada that she mutes to make room for her English.
The skills that I've learned through poetry, and specifically the National Student Poets Program, I'm going to carry with me through life. Interviewing skills, speaking in public, how to prepare for an event, all of those things I believe will help me in whatever field I go into. One of the most rewarding aspects of this program, but also just poetry in general, is the way that you're able to connect with people that you wouldn't even think would resonate with your poetry. They might not be what you would typically think would be the audience to your poems, and they still found something within them. That's really deep to me, because poetry for myself is healing, but when it can serve as something healing for others, that is more meaningful to me than anything.